Let's move on upstairs. It's a very easy climb, even without a handrail that we opted not to have because it creates all sorts of levels of sitting space or just room to move. It's less claustrophobic. It's actually a feel-good thing. We'll take living at our own risk. We don't need anybody to tell us that we need to have handrails or that we need to have any safety measures beyond what we don't think is necessary. This is the simple threshold. We've got an ode to our 2-week ago wedding over here. And then moving on up the stairs. Eventually, we were considering, and the original plans, I'm sorry, we were going to have some handrails, but we don't miss them yet. We actually like the openness. Sure, I guess you could just keep walking and go off the edge, but there's something to be said about having a little bit of, I guess, danger because it keeps you sharp, you know, keeps you less soft. Anyways, if somebody wanted to put something here, you can. We're not in any hurry. Moving on up is our closet area. You'll notice everything is hanging and it's getting light from the late afternoon sun, and it's getting plenty of air because they're parked next to windows. Air and light, air and light. The skylight ahead, over our heads, adds even more light. So our clothes are hanging and spaced out. It's not humid at all right now. This is actually an artifact from wet season where it's an awesome idea to leave your stuff hanging because it's less moist. It actually gets dry, including the towels that are behind you here. When we're done showering, we just hang our towels. And it's all on high tension cable, the same cable that slides our light underneath in our kitchen, and the same cable that circumnavigates the house and cinches it tight to keep that jungle industrial motif, I suppose. But there's nothing to our little closet area. We still want to make boxes instead of suitcases and keep everything, you know, nice and organized. But it's pretty charming living like this. Everything's within reach, everything's dry, and we're definitely doing better than a lot of places that we've seen in this country where things are crammed in drawers and ants like to jump into it, or moisture and mold and mildew like to soil your lighter color clothes. So we're glad that we did this. Moving across is our bedroom, or bed loft, your bed area. It's just a bed, keeping it simple, no distractions. Eventually we want to build up this bed with a backboard and actually have like USB plugs and things like that to plug in our mobile devices so we can play Scrabble or Angry Birds. But this is just thrown together for now. The mosquito bug net is an artifact from when we lived inside the shed, when we were still green to this place and we didn't realize, you know, what the caliber of the bug situation was. But we leave it. It kind of looks nice. It kind of hides the fact we don't make our bed. And and it you know, it is a degree of comfort in case something would want to find its way to you and crawl on you, you know, as they do in a lot of tropical places. But I guess by definition this isn't the tropics, and so maybe that's why we don't have such crazy bug situations going on. As you can see, the perspective around the whole house here is charming. If it wasn't for these towels here, but you can see that we wake up to a beautiful jungle view. We got leaves all around us, the sun will be coming up, the birds will be chirping, the monkeys, the howler monkeys will be screaming probably. But it's a great place to wake up. I'll move over to the balcony here. Moving on up. Right now we have probably our only third piece of furniture. We have 2 chairs and, well, we have a hammock, that's the third one. This would be the 4th, a hammock chair. Fits great right here. But this is a nice place to have coffee in the morning. It's a nice chillaxing place just to be, but you can kind of see and get some good perspective on both the neighbors to our flanks when they finish building their houses. And we can see our solar panels to see how much debris is on it. But another reason we designed this balcony was because it's how we get on the roof that actually needs sweeping. The top roof has no gutter. There's nothing up there except maybe our satellite internet connection. So it's rare when we have to go up there, but we have a ladder on standby that's left over from the build. But on this first level roof, we just step over the balcony, sweep it once in a while, clean the gutters. If we want to clean our windows, you just walk around and do it. So this gives us access to the second level.